So, looking at this article from CNBC, the title it says Americans expect to spend a record 14.6 billion on their significant others for Valentine's Day. Report finds. This article was published on Valentine's Day, February 14th at 10:31. Today is February 15th, so this is already done. So, goes on to say Americans shopping for their significant others are expected to spend 14.6 billion this year. According to the latest annual survey by the National Retail Federation and Prosper Insights and Analytics, that is up from 14.2 billion in 2024. So they spend 400 million more dollars this year than last year. Well, there's more to read about this, but we know what people are thinking and what they're buying. So what do you got to say on this topic?
All right. First, I gotta ask you, did you say million or billion?
14.6 billion with the B dollars.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say this. My wife gonna shoot me. Ain't nobody worth that damn much. Uh, and it's crazy. And so for everybody to understand, and y'all can call me the Grinch, you can call me whatever. I celebrate nothing. And I'm not saying it as derogatory for celebrating. I'm just saying what I do in my household. I celebrate nothing. I don't celebrate birthdays. I don't celebrate Christmas. I don't celebrate any holiday whatsoever. Now, there is a caveat to that. My son in my house, and I already see the hate mail coming. My son is not allowed to celebrate his birthday, but his mom, because she did all the work. She went through the labor, she went through the pregnancy, she did everything. If she wants to celebrate it, then I have no qualms about it. And that's literally how I did it. I mean, my son just showed up. He just showed up and started taking money. That's how it's been since birth. I swear he came out and the only thing he was doing was like, give me your money. That's all he's doing. So so he gets no reprieve. But But besides that, we don't celebrate nothing. My birthday, anniversaries, we don't. I mean, I remember the last time we quote unquote celebrated an anniversary. It just happened to be I was in the same country that my wife was at the time, and it just happened to be our anniversary, and then we celebrated it. That was our like 5th year anniversary. I've been married 18 years. We haven't celebrated since. And I'm going on a long diatribe about what I did, how I lived to get to my point, but bear with me, people. My philosophy is this: nobody is going to dictate to me when I'm going to spend money. That's exactly how I live. Nobody dictates to me when I'm going to spend money. Meaning, oh, it's Christmas, you got to spend money on this. Oh, it's Thanksgiving, you got to spend money on this. Oh, it's Valentine's Day. Oh, up north, oh, it's Sweetie's Day, you got to spend this because it's a day. In my family, we got a philosophy, and that's how it is with everybody. You can celebrate the holidays, but please don't ask for nothing any other day of the week. Or you can just buy whatever the hell you want, and we don't have to worry about the holidays. And that's the way we live. I mean, like, people ask me, I'm here in Georgia right now, and people ask me, "Oh, you're not there with your wife for Valentine's Day. What'd you get your wife? Nothing." Because she could have bought it yesterday, the day before, 2 days ago, last week. I don't wait for a day to buy people stuff. What I do is I apply myself so you can buy whatever you want any day of the week. That's my gift year round. Your ability to do whatever you want any day of the week. And that's exactly how I live my life. I hate people dictating anything to me. So you get one life. You can be a product of the system. You can be a product of, hey, this is what you do because they tell you to do it. Or you can dictate on your own terms. And I'm a person that believes in dictating on my own terms. And I'm probably the worst terrible gift giver ever. So don't ask me to get you a gift because you ain't gonna barely get a card from me. I'll send you a card and they ain't even sign it because I'm terrible. But that's what it is. I think the reason why that number is so high, now getting to the article, sorry for going so long, Alex. But I I believe the reason why that number is so high It's because most people cannot dictate on their own terms. Most people don't have the aptitude and ability to say, hey, I acquired enough where you can get whatever you want. So they save up their money, they save up all their nickels and dimes, and then they give on this day for their lack of ability the other 364 days of the year. So that's why so many people are so inept to celebrate the holidays because they can't provide the rest of the days. So okay, I I gotta save up money so I can spend on 12 days of the year because I cannot provide the other 353
53.
days. That's why they do it. That's literally the reason why. And then so that's why the number is so big on this day is because some people save up to blow that money because they cannot do anything extra besides that. And then so they are spending to cover their shortcomings for the rest of the year. That's my view.
Yeah, and I'm sure that is exactly the reason. The problem I see with people, because I'm not so much a Grinch as Kirby is, guys. But I will say the problem I see he's over there. The problem I see with people celebrating holidays is like the amount of value they give to the day itself. Like I told you, Kirby, one time, my wife's family, when they celebrate Christmas, it's like a bunch of family together and just a bunch of food. And that's them celebrating. It's not, like typical American families where you see like just a mountain of presents that they're giving out and they're spending thousands of dollars. It's just like all family comes together and then they're just having dinner or something. When I see people celebrate things like this, like on a Valentine's Day, like I can't fathom like someone spending hundreds or thousands of dollars on Valentine's Day. Because when you really sit and think of it, it's just kind of cliche. It's like there's no true like value to the day itself. It's just society like marked it as a holiday, and now you've like based your proposal of marriage on this day. You've based your maybe it's your anniversary falls on that day because of you got married on that day. Like people give it too much attention rather than like form your own days, form your own memories. Why does society have to tell you that this is going to be the day? And to go along with that and spend the amount of money that people spend, it just makes them look like sheep. So it's like now it's almost like they're controlled as to like when they should spend. And I was asked yesterday, which was Valentine's Day, what I was getting for my wife. Two girls were talking to me and they were like what are you getting her? And I was like we're literally closing on a rental property. And then they were like, no, that's not a gift like that. I'm like, and I told them, I said I have given my wife the ability to retire. And then one of them was like, okay, that's a fair point. And then the other one just didn't know what to say. I'm like, meet someone that can do that for you. And, but people, they worry about like the stupid shit. That's honestly what it is. Like, if you're so worried about getting a big teddy bear and flowers and chocolates and all this stuff, rather than, hey, let's take our money and do everything that no one else is doing and focus on our future, and then you can have all the Valentine's days in the world if you want after that. But to worry about that one specific day, and I mean, really think about it. Like these holidays are perfectly laid out to where, like you said, what 12 days out of the year, like almost every month or something, plus a birthday and all that stuff. If you really spend hundreds or thousands of dollars each of these days, it's almost like think of what people are actually making per salary. They're making $3,000 a month, maybe two to $4,000 a month on average, and then you go and spend say $1,000 or $2,000 on these holidays. It's like you have to go back to saving, recoup your money, and then have enough to spend again. It's just like it keeps you in a cycle of staying broke if you continue to celebrate to the full extent like most Americans do.
Yeah, no, I mean, and I love that. I love that analogy that you do because you know me, I'm I'm habitual when it comes to finding good deals when it comes to real estate during the holidays. That's the thing. You gave them something that 90%, 99% of America can't do. The ability to retire. I mean, how many properties have I bought during Christmas? During the Christmas break and holidays. During the Thanksgiving, that window between Thanksgiving and Christmas. That is the epitome of it. It's like, yeah, you gave them the ability to retire. My wife retired at 38 years old. I know people that 70 that still can't retire and still slaving it. I mean, and then the thing and the crazy part is, like, when you told them that, they thinking about how good their man is. Oh yeah, he bought me flowers and candy, and then you come and say, I gave her the ability to retire. Everything that they thought about their man just ended right there. I'm just like, it ended right there. Like, oh, and this is what they say in their head. They won't say it out loud because they know you're married. They're saying like, damn, I wish I had Alex. That's what they're saying. They can sit there. They can sit there and be like, "Oh, yeah, I would." That's what it is. I mean, literally on my anniversary, this is what I do every year. I don't say, "Hey, happy anniversary." This is what I do. Like, my wife can be asleep. I wake up, and then I'm getting up, getting ready to go in my office to do my thing, and then I go. I cut on the light in the bedroom. Of course, when people wake up and the light come on, they like this. And I might be like, huh? I'll be like, we good? She's like, yeah. I cut out the light and then we walk and I walk up. That's it. That's all I do. Like, you have like we have problems, but money ain't the problem. I think my wife told me that. My wife was the first person that told me that. She's like, we got problems. Just money ain't the problem. I eliminated the biggest problem that most people have. Well, I'm saying we together eliminated the problem that most people have. I mean, hell, what else is it? Like my son. My son don't sit there and be like, "Oh, it's my birthday." He'll probably scheme his mom to try to scheme her out of some stuff because my son know the game to play. Kids, Alice, I can't wait till you have a kid. You gonna see it. All the games are gonna be played on the wife, and she gonna go for it. But my son, he'll try to play. Well, he'll play that. But my son, he do whatever. Like, going to Dave and Buster's is not a birthday thing for us. It's just a Tuesday. It's not. That's just what it is. So it's nothing that, I mean, my son has literally been to more countries than most of America. So I'd be like, hey, we're going here for your birthday. No, that's just the weekend. What are we talking about? So it's nothing special that we can do that he'll be like, oh, I remember when, because that's just normal. But it's normal because we spent our time, energy, and efforts to worry about the other 300, I mean, 200, 353 days of the year, and not worry about these 12 days that come up during the year where they tell you to spend money.
Right.
I tell my son, like, I was literally talking to my son this morning. I'm talking to him on the phone because he's at home and I'm here. And then I think my wife said something about, hey, you want to go here to fly somewhere? He was like, no, I just want to stay home. He was like, I want to stay home. He was like, I want to stay home all summer. I want to, I don't want to be able to take a shower. I just want to sit here and play. Yeah, that's all it is. And then I just like, yeah, I was like, that's the savage that I know. He don't want to do nothing. It's not like, oh, this is something I never did. Because we focus on the 353 days and not these 12 days of the year to make them all momentous moments. Because we knew the same thing. It builds a cycle. If we focus on those 12 days, then my son focus on it. No matter if he has money or not, he focus on that and don't worry about the big picture and always looking at these little small pictures throughout the month. So that's what we did. We focus on the big picture.
Yeah, those are the things that matter. I mean, it's crazy. I think it's insane how people can't attach themselves to the idea that investing for your future is going to provide so many more better days than, just the holidays that society tells you to celebrate. It's that's a gift in itself. I mean, being able to retire, having the ability to do whatever you want, and that's the thing. Each rental property that you get, each 100 shares, so options against each asset that you put in your portfolio can pay for another thing that you want to celebrate or you want to do in your life. It doesn't have to be you just working a job and saving your pennies so that you can celebrate this one day. There's nothing special about those days. And so, I mean, if you want to celebrate them and you have the means to because you've invested or whatever, then go for it. But for society to tell you like, oh, these are the days to celebrate, and then you've already locked yourself into it. And I think that's just what traps people from getting ahead. Like, it's being able to give up those, I don't want to say just those holidays, but being able to give up what society has told you is important and make those sacrifices. That is going to put more money in your pocket. It can be holidays, it can be saying, oh, this person is asking for 50 bucks, you telling them no. Just focus on you and focus on your partner. And if you guys can put your money together and you can create a life that no one else can live, that everyone else desires to live, but you have put in the work, you have put in the sacrifices and the means to be able to have that life. Most people, they just get stuck. I just look at it like a trap. Like they're just stuck in it like a cycle. It's almost like a rat race, you know? Like they talk about
Right.
with work, but it's the same. It's they're like stuck in a system and they can't detach themselves from that.
You're 100% correct. It's and the thing is, Valentine's Day was hell. Yes, well, I'm saying yesterday. It's early in the morning when we doing this video, and so I just went to a restaurant just to get some food because I'm a fat guy and I need food. And then the restaurant people, so I go in the restaurant and I'm like, yeah, can I get a table? And then because the bar was full at the time, and then it was like, yeah, it'll be 10 minutes. And then I seen a seat open up at the bar. And then I'm like, oh, y'all busy. And then the lady was like, yeah, it's because it's Valentine's Day. I was like, oh, I didn't even know it was Valentine's Day. I just didn't know. And then start looking
Right.
around. You got the women in the red dresses, you got flowers, you got balloons, you got all this. And I'm looking like, all these people came out just because of this day.
Yeah,
And then I think about, and me, of course, you know, Alex, and I always say it here, time is the most valuable thing you have. Time is the most valuable thing you have. And I'm like, how much time these people spend just for this day to make this day possible? And then they liquidate and then they go broke so this day can happen. And then now they gotta scrounge and save and whatever they do just to pay for the normal necessities. I'd rather go through the grind for the 353.
that's what I'm trying to hit at. Is like it's a time. Like that's what I've been
Right.
trying to hit at because if you can invest in your assets, take care of your life, you have all your time back. You can do whatever you want, and that's where you talked about. You know, we talk about being able to travel whenever you want. Like with your son, it's not anything new to him. It's not anything new to your wife to be able to get up and go travel. You have all the time back. No one else has that. All their time, like you said, it's just those holidays. Like these are our special moments. But if you have the means to retire, you can have all the special moments. Every day could be a special moment. But you want to focus on you don't want to make the sacrifices and give those up to be able to have those special moments. Those 12 days of the year are going to be the only special moments you live. I can't understand it.
Yeah, I mean, and we ended on this, and this is a crazy point. So on my bucket list is two countries that I haven't hit yet that I want to hit. One is Japan, one is Australia. So I mean, of course, I hate traveling, but I told myself I will before I die. I will hit Japan. And I will hit Australia. And I think I'm giving up the secret on this video, but I don't think my son watched the videos to the end, so he'll be good. So then my wife hits me up, and then she say, "Hey, we going to Japan," and I said, "Okay." I'm thinking it's because it's on my bucket list. I'm going. And then so I was like, so what we going for? Oh, Skylar, my son. I think that's the first time I ever said his name on here. But my son, his friends from his international school when he lived in Europe, oh, they just be in Japan at that time. That's the only reason. Yeah, they'll be in Japan at this time, so we're going to meet up with them. Like it's right down the street, or it's like at a
Yeah.
city over or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we just going to. Oh, okay. And it's just okay. It ain't no. Oh, we got to save for 5 years to go to Japan. It was just okay.
Yeah.
24 hour trip flying. I plan on being super drunk on that flight. But anyway, but that's that's what it is. It's just normal conversation. Like, people talk about going on a cruise, or they going on a trip somewhere. They talk about it. They be on Facebook and social media talking about it for months and years before they get there. We got a cruise coming up 2027. What?
Yeah.
Why not tomorrow? Why not next week? But yeah, and it's just that's what it is. But because we focus on that 353 days and not the holidays, that's why we have the ability to do it.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And that's what it is. If you're gonna spend your time to focus on something, spend your time to focus on every other day of the year. The holidays gonna come and go. They're gonna come and go every year. You know, you're gonna come up with a gift every year and you're gonna go broke every year. Why not spend all your energy and focus? Because that's what they're doing. They spend all their energy and focus for those holidays every month. Spend your energy and focus on everything else, and the holiday to take care of itself. But for the life of me, people, they work 50, 60, 70 years or however long, and then they retire and they still don't have nothing. And most of them won't even be with the same Valentine they had last year that they got this year. So what the hell are you focusing on?
Yeah. With that said, guys, if you send all the hate mail down below, we know it's coming. Don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe. You can send us content to the email address somewhere up here, and we'll see you guys on the next video.